So this video is going to be about a dilation of a figure on a coordinate plane. Why a dilation is different than any of the other three transformations is that a dilation actually just makes a shape bigger or smaller. It's not going to actually move the shape across the coordinate plane. And what's making the shape bigger or smaller is going to be determined by the scale factor. And the scale factor could be either they tell you that the scale factor is 3, or they might say k equals 3. And anytime you have a number so if k is greater than 1, then that means that the type of dilation that you're going to have is going to be an enlargement. And that means that the shape is actually getting bigger. So we're going to write down our original points. So we always look at A, B, and C. So we have A is 1, 3, B is 2, 3, and then C is 2, 1. For a dilation, you are going to always, if you see the word factor, you're always going to multiply the scale factor by that point. So technically our rule is you're taking the scale factor, which is 3, and multiplying it by our x, and you're going to take the scale factor of 3 and multiply it by our y. So if you look at your points, it's always sometimes easier to do the points first and then label your graph. So if I would do 1 times 3, which would be 3, 3 times 3 is 9, because that's my scale factor. 2 times 3 is 6, 3 times 3 is 9, 2 times 3 is 6, 1 times 3 is 3. So those are now my points. So I multiplied, so the scale factor is you multiply by those points. So now I'm going to draw my new points. So I have 3, 9. That's A prime. Notice that the shape is going to be getting bigger. 6, 9 is going to be the B prime. And then 6, 3 is going to be C prime. The shape is now 3 times larger than the original. Now with this one, if you have a scale factor less than 1, you're always going to have a reduction. So you're reducing the size of the shape. So let me write my originals. So I have -4, -6. That's my W. Also, what's a little bit different about this graph is it's going up by 2s. And the y-axis is by 2s also. Yeah, so you have to be careful with that. X is -4, 8. Y is 4, 8. And then Z is 4, -6. And I got those from the points on here. Now with this one, my rule is technically going to be 0.5 times our X values and 0.5 times our Y values. So we're going to multiply by that. So -4 times 0.5, or times half, is going to be -2. -6 times a half, or 0.5, is going to be -3. -4 times a half, or 0.5, is going to be -2. 8 times a half, or times 0.5, is going to be 4. 4 times 0.5, or half, is going to be 2. 8 times a half, or 0.5, is going to be 4. 4 times 0.5, or a half, is going to be 2. And then -6 times 0.5, or a half, is going to be -3. So now I'm going to plot my points. So W is going to be at -2, -3. Notice that -2 is here, and then -2, and then 3 is in here. So I got to do half, because this would be -2 and -4, and I want to make sure it's in the middle. So W prime, I have -2, 4, which is X prime. I have 2, 4, which is Y prime. And then I have 2, -3, which is Z prime. That's why it's in the middle. And this is now my new shape, or my new figure. Notice that it's half a size smaller than the original shape.